We have a pretty damn important stream. Today was going to be a news and updates, and I know the music is loud, but today was going to be a news and updates of what was going on with the Helldiver PC community situation. But now, as of this morning, it transformed into what we like to call a red alert. It transformed into a red alert because we have red alert information considering Bethesda. And the reason why it's not a green alert is because a good amount of Bethesda games have came to PlayStation. So yeah, they're not Xbox exclusive games anymore, obviously. So we will consider this a normal red alert, not a green alert. Although it should be a green alert because a lot of this shit is really fucking horrible for Xbox. But we're going to talk about it. Everybody that's in the chat, thank you for being here. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to gather in. And I'll get a poll up for you guys to vote on. As you guys come in, do your part and hit the like button. I'll be back in just a little bit. Good evening, everyone. Let's get started with today's stream. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. If there's something wrong, let me know. If the music's too high, let me know. This is a red alert. Previously, it was going to be a news and updates about the PC master race versus PlayStation decision to keep or not keep the implementation of the PSN accounts on Steam. We see that didn't go PlayStation's way, and they really should rethink some things, and we're going to get into how that story is still relevant to the early breaking news this morning before I even went to work, that Microsoft closed down a few studios from Bethesda. And we had kept talking about it earlier this year that this was not going to be the only layoffs or closures, but we're gonna go talk about that right now. Okay, if you guys can hear me, let me know. Testing. Just let me know if my voice is good, because we got a lot to talk about today. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm sweating like motherfucker up here. Those days, it's hot as shit out there, bro. Okay. With that being said, let's get started. True Woody won't be here. He wants to be, but he's at work. It's a Tuesday, so we kind of expect this type of news to break on a Tuesday. We just don't expect it to be so funny. The funny part of all this is that for 3 or 4 days, Xbox fans joined in with the PC community to tease PlayStation and the PlayStation gamers, spreading fake outrage for the addition of a PlayStation Network sign-in in order to continue to play Helldivers on PC. Right? There was never a time where PlayStation gamers that play only on PlayStation were supporting the PC community. So let's name drop here. When you see people like Reforge, and he was supporting the PC community to continue to do what they were doing, Reforge isn't exclusively a PlayStation gamer. He plays on PC, he plays on PlayStation. If he has to play on Xbox to play whatever game he wants to play, he will play on Xbox. He's not an exclusive PlayStation gamer. You would call me an exclusive PlayStation gamer. I'm playing primarily only on PlayStation. If there's a fucking game on Xbox, most of the time it's not that fucking important. We'll come back to that in a few months. Like in a few months from now, I'll come back and you will understand why I say you don't really need an Xbox. You never have. If you have a background with Xbox, you'll fall into that line. I need to get an Xbox to play Starfield. I need a PC so I can play Starfield. They don't want to miss out. Their DNA is in Xbox. My DNA is not in Xbox. My DNA is in with PlayStation, so I'm not affected by the bullshit that happened. I had already platinum Helldivers. I spent over 200 hours in Helldivers. It's not deleted. I didn't cancel my plus or any of that shit yet. But long story short, it is a little disrespectful on PlayStation's part to put PC primarily before us, since they don't necessarily make that much money. And we talked about this during the Sunday show. from the PC community versus the PlayStation console community. You know, they rack up money. Every time you buy a console, it's $500 fucking dollars. Then you buy a game, it's $70. You're not taking a percentage out off of the store because they own the store. On Steam, you got to pay that 30% to Valve, and then they get the game, and that's it. Like, they're not paying for Plus. They don't need to buy one of your controllers. They don't need to buy one of your headsets. Obviously, they're playing on a gaming PC that they've built. None of those parts are from Sony, so Sony doesn't get any of that money. So, in the case of Helldivers, and we talk about this a lot, you take that 30% off that this Steam is getting for the sale of Helldivers, which is a $40 game. Sony only gets $28, and that's it. That's all they get from the PC community when they're playing Helldivers. If a PlayStation gamer is playing Helldivers, you're going to get that full $40. Most of the time, PlayStation fans are going to go pay for that extra digital content for the deluxe edition, which is something I did and many other PlayStation gamers did. You own the PlayStation. There you go. You're paying for PlayStation Plus. You may get another controller so you can have a better experience with, you know, the type of game that Helldivers is, a shooting game. We know what it is. You know, I want to come back to this because it's not that important, but this whole narrative that's been going around for the last 4 years that Sony makes so much money on PC, that's why they won't leave. That's not true, because over the last 4 years, we have the sales documents, and it does not favor the narrative that they make so much money that they can't afford to leave. They're staying like a gambler at a casino, hoping that they will find their big break. Now, Helldivers may be their big break. However, it doesn't mean it's going to continue to happen with every game they release. They release Helldivers, but then they release Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West was a financial flop. We will get to that. You hear me say that a lot in my streams. Financial flop. It does not mean the game is bad. It doesn't mean the Metacritic is bad. It just means it's a financial flop. It means it came out on a platform and it did not make the money it needed. And in some case, which we'll get to in a little bit, when a game is a financial flop but looks like a success because of a Metacritic score or how many people you claim are playing the game, it may confuse casual viewers into believing that something is good when it is not doing good. Hi-Fi Rush Studio got closed down, if you're reading. I heard that Hi-Fi Rush was a fucking success, right? It had 3 million players through Game Pass. Not many people paid for the game outside of Game Pass. The PC community didn't seem to financially give a fuck about Hi-Fi Rush. And what happened? Well, the studio got shut down. So 3 million players, they bragged about that. They bragged about the Metacritic. 3 million players through Game Pass, and the Metacritic score being high did not pay the bills. You close them down. Redfall is pretty self-explanatory. Like, Redfall was a all-around flop. The Metacritics were bad. The graphics were bad. The game was bad. The damage control was bad. And obviously, it didn't make any money. Studio associated with that game closed down. And then there was another studio, or 2 other studios that haven't made games in a while. They were also shut down. So it was 4 studios in total. The message you're seeing below is a quote from IGN. I know I was running late on finding the quote because I have the screenshots, but I didn't have the words. So I got it from IGN. There's another one supposed to be in there. But Tenko Gameworks, which worked on Ghostwire Tokyo, which I really loved. I loved Ghostwire Tokyo. I ended up getting a platinum on that. And yeah, I played it through PlayStation Plus. I was not going to give Microsoft any of my money to keep that studio afloat. Why? Because it's not my responsibility. You paid for Bethesda, right? You acquired Bethesda. It was a responsibility to the Xbox community and the PC community to buy those exclusive games that were not yet released on PlayStation. And what were they supposed to do? Buy them. Financially keep them afloat. And the PC community and Xbox community did not do what they needed to do. That's why Microsoft closed down these studios, because those games were financial flops. Not all of them were all-around flops, which mean they were bad games and the Metacritic scores were bad too. No, a lot of those games were financial flops, but Metacritic score was good, and the game might have been overall good, or the reception of it was good. But that did not mean, you know, they were getting a lot of money for the game. Because if you put your game on Game Pass, you can't pay for shit. Like, I mean, facts are facts. Once you put your game on Game Pass, you can't pay for shit. This is why we're here right now. That's why we're having this red alert. Thank you guys for being here. I just want to give a quick shout out to the individuals in the chat that are here early. I know a lot of people are talking about this, and I think a couple of live streams may be going on right now, but I'm not 100% aware. I'm going to have to go look at my notifications. JRow49, which is a member and a mod, he's in the chat. Alexander Clifton is here with us this evening. He's a mod. Sorry, JRow49, you're a mod and a member. I said a member in the chat. BMO Kelfo is a mod and a member as well. Dadley Pierre is in the chat. He's a mod. Who? I'm a Key Babies. Okay. I'm a Key Babies is in the chat. Harlem PS Gamer is also in the chat. He's a mod. Lucci Sky is also in the chat. He's a mod. Verge Brizzle is in the chat. He's a mod. We also have Mass Produce. He's in the chat. He's also a mod. Agosta is in the chat. He's a mod. Ice Queen Gaming. She's in the chat for the time being because it's very late over there where she lives. She is a mod as well as a member. D-Boy is in the chat. He is a mod. And I think that's pretty much it for right now for the people that are in the chat. If you have not already done so, hit the like button. Let's get this live stream out there because there's going to be a lot of knowledge that I want to share with you guys. Because obviously a lot of people, not you, a lot of people did not see the signs. They claim that they didn't see this shit happening. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious when you release a game and it goes to Game Pass and nobody buys your fucking game. You know, your shit gets shut down. Yes, Hi-Fi Rush came to PlayStation. Yes, Xbox fans lied to the public multiple times on the internet claiming that Hi-Fi Rush was selling good on PlayStation. The fact of the matter was, it was not selling good on PlayStation. It was flopping. We were not buying that fucking game. Okay? We were buying Stellar Blade. We were buying Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. We were buying Hellblade. We were buying Grand Blue Fantasy. We were buying Rise of the Ronin. We were not thinking about buying a Hi-Fi Rush to help Xbox keep these studios afloat. That was the responsibility of the Xbox and PC community, since those games release day and date on both of those platforms first. It was not our responsibility to make sure that those games were up and running and those studios still exist. That is not our responsibility. I'm getting way fucking tired that they think we're stupid enough to save them. I said this shit a couple weeks ago. It is not our responsibility as the PlayStation gaming community to save these games. Okay, Ice Queen, I will see you next time. Yeah, it is not our responsibility to save these games. Nope, it's not our responsibility. These games are going to flop. It's going to flop because they're on PC and Xbox. That's where the narrative is. The narrative is that PC can save stuff if they choose to save it. I think that's what people need to understand. The PC community does not like every game, and the PC community will not buy every game. And if they don't like or buy every game, that game could flop. If that game flops and is small enough and the studio is small enough, it will hurt the studio tremendously. If it hurts the studio tremendously, what happens next? The studio could close down. Giving the PC community that type of power sucks. That's why most games these days are multi-plat. Not because of PC and how much money they can bring in, because it's a fucking given. It's like a lottery. You don't know if you're going to fucking win, and most of the time you don't. However, people still put their games on PC because they just don't fucking know. It's a guaranteed fact that if your game's on PlayStation, you're definitely getting money. You put your game on Xbox, you know you're not getting money. It's not a toss-up like on PC. Maybe you do, maybe you don't make money. No, on Xbox, you know you're not making money. On Xbox, you know you're not making money. Krieger's Beast, what's going on? You said you don't have a responsibility. You're a customer. They're selling you a product. If you like a game, you buy it. Exactly. Yeah, like I said, it's not my responsibility or any of your responsibilities to buy these Xbox games when they come over. Let them flop. They already flopped once. Let them flop again. Then Microsoft closed down the studio. And then the point remains that Game Pass didn't save it, right? Remember, Game Pass and launching your game day and date on PC is really good. Sony should try doing that, putting all their games on Plus day and date and release their games on PC day and date, and that's what's going to save Sony. That's what's going to make Sony so much money. Well, Microsoft's been doing this shit for like, 8 years now? And it has not worked out for them very well. So, it's going to be very interesting to see Xbox fans try to spin this. There is no spin for this. There is absolutely no spin for this. What's going on, Arnold? You say, so Sony punch out Microsoft. It seems now Sony is up against the PC master beggars. Yeah, to a degree, on the subject of Helldivers, they definitely lost. And as PlayStation gamers, we took a major L yesterday. I'm not gonna fucking lie about that. That was a big fucking L. Yeah, that was a major L. I think today is the bigger L because it shows that, bad news for PlayStation is tremendously 80 times worse than the same real bad news for Xbox. Like, no PC fan is talking about this. None of them are outraged that developers that make games also on PC are losing their jobs. Oh man, that's some good ass cat food. Harlem PS Gamer, you said Xbox got more L's than games. Even those games are L's. Exactly. They did confirm that all updates for Redfall are done now. Like, they canceled all the Redfall content. They canceled all the updates. They're not working on it anymore. They're done with it. I don't know if they're issuing refunds for the people that got the deluxe edition that were waiting for the DLC, but they are not bringing that DLC out. It is over. It is done. That game was dead on arrival. It came out. We know it was going to be bad, and just look back at Redfall. Like, remember, we got that one soundbite from Phil Spencer. He was very fucking pissed off last year. Again, there's a lot to talk about in connection with what happened today. I don't think what happened today was a coincidence. I want to have you guys look at something. Let's go over here real quick. Let's go to YouTube. So this is what I want you guys to take a look at. So there was a funny, no pun intended, there was a funny situation that happened last week. And what happened last week, and we did a show about it last week. I do believe it was also on the Tuesday. Kind of Funny canceled the PlayStation Showcase, and they also the PlayStation I Love You PlayStation XOXO podcast, and they also canceled the Xbox podcast that was called the XCast. So they canceled both of them. The one that was a bigger impact was Xbox podcast, and the reason why is because there has been so much bad news for Xbox. Nothing is getting any better for Xbox. So it makes sense that you would not have this show. What he did was something that he did something that like Xbox did, and not Xbox, wrestling did. It's when I remember this. I don't know what season it was when wrestling. When WWE they mixed together. They mixed together Raw and SmackDown. It didn't last for long, but they mixed it together. They also made a video game about it. Well, not about it, but it was called SmackDown versus Raw. I didn't like those games. I think the first two were good. Then the other ones were bad. So, what this really means, right, is that I truly believe that this is a huge fucking coincidence, but I think they knew there was a lot of bad news for Xbox, and this show was a parody of what it was supposed to be. You have Paris lying, contradicting himself multiple times, the internet catching him in lies over the last few years. Gary stopped appearing on a podcast. Snowball Mike is just a yes man with a fucking goofy looking smile. Alana Paris, she appeared for the last episode. I never saw her on any of the other episodes, so I guess she was just there for eye candy reasons, I guess. I don't know. Their last episode was really bad. Only 29,000 views. Let me see. There's something I'm looking for. Let's see. So it was 1 second. Yeah, so not the most views, but like I said last week, Kind of Funny has kind of, well, not kind of, I feel like they've gotten less views. I saw there was a black content creator that used to make like a lot of skits on relationships and stuff, and they were kind of funny, and I had noticed, like, you know, he left. He said he left YouTube. I don't know, maybe like TikTok and Instagram do better for him, but he left YouTube. He was on YouTube for a while. He basically had the full videos and he chopped them up and made them shorts. Some people do that. I don't have time to do that for my live streams. But I noticed that he left. He made his last episode for YouTube a few days ago. And one of the things I'm noticing, yes, even on my channel, you have a lot of subscribers, but YouTube doesn't distribute your videos to those subscribers, and you get less views than you think you should get, right? Because they just don't get those notifications. Well, maybe I believe that Kind of Funny didn't believe that they needed these podcasts individually, so they combined them together, maybe to save time and also money. But it is something that happened. Weirdly enough, this happened before what happened today. I would have loved Paris to talk about what happened today. Now, they do have the combined podcast now. They call it the Kind of Funny Games Cast. It's a mix of Xbox and PlayStation news. I want to watch this. I'm not watching it today for the stream. I'll watch it after the stream and I'll pick it apart and maybe we can talk about it on Thursday. But I might watch it a little bit now, but I just want to see what Paris's thoughts are on this, because he obviously works for Xbox and he always tries to find some good thing about the bad. And I just don't see how this is good. Again, IGN only talked about 3 studios, but there were 4 studios from Bethesda that got closed down today at the same time. And it does look like one of those studios might have been related to doing a little Funko Pop type cell phone Doom game. So yeah, it's a lot happened when those studios got closed down. Obviously, those employees got fired. So layoff, studio closure, same thing. We had said months ago after the first major layoff at Microsoft that there were going to be others, and people was like, no, it's impossible. There's no way. You know, like if we get any other layoffs or studio closes, it will have to be at the end of the year. And I'm like, well, why would it be at the end of the year if they're going third party? Okay, again, go back and look at when Dreamcast left. I don't think I can find a video because I've never looked for it. But I might hop in the chat and see if Afro... Let me hop in the Discord. Maybe Afro pops up. It's probably going to be uncompetitive, but let me see if Afro pops up. I think when Dreamcast was I don't know who the fuck that was. When Dreamcast was doing this stuff, let me see. No, not Dreamcast guy. All we see now is Dreamcast guy. No, I want to. I think I don't know if they have I don't know if they have anything about the last days of Dreamcast. But from what I understand, like they definitely sold off a lot of stuff, and you know, Sega got smaller because of it. Yeah, when they stopped making consoles, they definitely got smaller. There were studios that got shut down. There were a lot of people that got let go. I feel like Microsoft has a lot more money that sometimes people find it hard to do this comparison. But it's very easy to do the comparison because the same shit happened just on a different scope. Sega was much smaller than Microsoft. Microsoft's much bigger than Sega. Like, they're doing the same exact thing. It's just, it's a prolonged death. Like, they're on life support. And, you know, by that logic, like, they're still alive, but they're really not. Like, if you pull that plug, they're dead. So, like, you know, unless by some miracle you come out of this, you know, that's just how it is. But as of right now, Xbox is on life support because
you don't read your message, do you?
What happened with the message?
I told you your music is still on.
I know the music was still on, bro. I asked them, was the music too fucking loud? Nobody said anything.
Oh.
Is the music louder than my voice?
Hello? No, it's about the same.
Oh, okay. Well, I turned it down to 11. It should be much better. Yes, I seen the new Superman outfit. I'm not a fan. I have seen the new Superman movie outfit. I am not a fan. If you're going to ask me, yes, I have seen the new Superman movie outfit. I am not a fan. I do not like the new Superman outfit movie. You guys always seem to ask me these questions, and you know I saw it, and you know I don't like it. If you have to ask if I like it, the answer is no. I do not like it. I mean, Superman is Superman. He's supposed to have fucking muscles. He's supposed to like fit that fucking outfit. That's just supposed to not be loose on him. I mean, here's Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. Part 3? Did Part 2 come out already? I'm gonna have to watch Part 2. Part 3, right? And Superman's, they're going for a more comic book accurate suit, but it's still not. It's, you know, the live action suit, it's still, oh my god. Let's just go take a look at it. I want to get this shit over with. What is this? What is it called? I forgot what the name of the movie's gonna be called. It's not called Superman Unbound, is it? No, that was the Superman. I don't really know what the name of the new movie is. I think is it just called Superman? Let's go take a look. Yeah, it's very baggy. It's like hanging off of him. It doesn't seem like he did any real workout. He didn't go to the gym or anything. He seems to be a very slim, slender Superman. One that kind of reminds me of the Superman Returns Bryan Singer. Brian Roos, is it Brian Roos? I think it was Brian Roos. Somebody correct me. And I'm just not that big of a fan of it. I'm excited about the symbol, which they could end up doing the Kingdom Come storyline later on. So at least that symbol, I know that version of the Superman symbol, and I actually like that Superman symbol. But like I said, the suit seems to be very baggy. I don't know, like, okay, is he getting ready to act as Superman, or is this Superman getting ready to go fight crime? Either way, I've never seen Superman put on boots because the nigga's so fast that we never get to see him put on boots. So again, not my favorite first look at a Superman or actor to play Superman in a suit. I will not, like, this is not my favorite. You know, I don't want to see that shit bagging off. His biceps should be out. He's Superman, bro. He shouldn't look like a regular fucking douche. Like, he should look like Superman, you know? Fuck, bro. Look at what Henry Cavill did, man. He went to the gym. He got... Fuck out of here, bro. Nah. Nah. Nope. I have faith in James Gunn. I know he's going to do good and hopefully keep it comic book accurate. But I do not have faith in this actor yet. I have to see more. But this first picture is... No. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan. It's funny because a lot of people, not myself, but a lot of people did not like Henry Cavill years ago. But he was the best, bro. And now, years later, people find out how awesome he actually was as Superman. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Not a big fan of the suit. Not a big fan of the suit. I mean, not a big fan of him in the suit. Let me put it that way. Like, I like Henry Cavill's suit, bro. They ended up making it more iconic. They ended up making the red brighter and the cape redder. And, you know, they kind of almost gave him his iconic belt and stuff. I think they did really good. You know, I don't think they did bad at all. Henry Cavill was always in shape to play Superman. He was never not in shape to play Superman. Even when he made the guest appearance on what was that movie? On Shazam. Not Shazam. Black Adam at the end. He was in great shape. Batman v Superman was actually a good movie, a comic book movie, but I know a lot of people disagree with the story and how bad it was and how some things didn't make sense. Yeah, but when you look at it as a comic book aspect, you know, the how the outfits looked and everything, I think they did a great job. I think both Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill did great jobs as Superman and Batman. And I think a lot more people got to have more respect for them as years go on. Because they did a fucking great job. And they really are. Like, when you think of Batman and Superman, I think of those two. That's who I think of. Yes, I think of Christian Bale. And yes, I think of, well, I don't really think of the other people, Superman. Like, you think of Christopher Reeves as Superman back in the day. But between Christopher Reeves, like, and Brandon Routh, like, it was like, nah. It's like, I'll do Christopher Reeves and Henry Cavill as Superman, and then I'll do Christian Bale and oh damn it, I want to say Kevin Costner. That's not his name. I can't fucking think. I got a brain fart. I can't think. You know the other Batman, the one from the 1989. Damn it! Batman 1989 cast. Google. Help me the fuck out. Why can I not think of his name? I cannot think of this guy's name. Michael Keaton. There you go. Michael Keaton. Yeah, I think of Michael Keaton when it comes to that we got it at the same time. I think of Michael Keaton when I think of Batman and Christian Bale and Ben Affleck. George Clooney. Yeah, he was a pretty goofy Batman. I had fun watching those movies, but if you look back at him as an adult, you're like, they was a little bit. Nah, they didn't make a lot of sense. Oh my God, Man of Steel is so fucking good, bro. That movie is so underrated, bro. And then Zack Snyder's other superhero movie that I really love was Watchmen, not the HBO show. I'm talking about the movie. Watchmen was so fucking good. That was such an underrated superhero movie. But yeah. I'm good on the new Superman suit. Like I'm not feeling it. This is the actor that's gonna be playing Superman. I feel like he's very young. It's not a bad thing. But again, my question here is, did they put him in the gym? He looks just like a classic Hollywood actor / model. I don't see him like I don't know if they put him in the gym at all. I don't know if they're gonna keep doing that. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. I feel like for your budget or your fucking movie, you should be able to afford a gym membership and get some muscle on them. You know? I don't like how burnt up and faded out the suit is. Like it been through some shit. This is supposed to be our first showing of the suit. And it's supposed to be very crisp and clear. And they didn't go that route. So, I don't know. Not a big fan of all the lines. We already got a lot of lines on the comic book Superman suits. I thought they would just go more classic and kind of not do a lot of lines, but they're doing a lot of lines. So I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just not seeing any type of muscle tone whatsoever, bro. He looks like a normal dude in a Superman costume. So maybe that's the first time he put on a suit. Maybe later on through the shooting, he actually works out and you see muscles. But as of right now, that shit look like it's hanging off of him like a motherfucker, bro. I do not think that was a good, flattering shot. They should have waited. Yeah, Michael Keaton been around. He played a lot of... He was really good in Birdman, but Birdman was a fucking good movie. Arnold, you said, can you mention 10 of the countries without PSN? I just want to check on Google if they don't stock and sell PS5s. Okay. What are some of the countries that don't have PSN? Now I want you to know, Arnold, I didn't really give two fucks about all of this stuff. The outrage, it didn't really matter. I didn't do a lot of research. Afghanistan, Albanian, Algeria, Andoria, Argua, and Barbuda. Bro, these are weird. Barbuda. Okay. Armenia. Look. It's a lot, man. Look, how about this? I'll go get the link, and you can go through the 121 countries that don't have PSN, and you can do your research. I'm not gonna do your research for you, okay? We're not diving into that whole bullshit right now. But I'll get you the link. I'll send it to you in the chat right now, and you can do your research and text back on what point you're trying to get across. There we go. So here's the link of the 121 countries. Nova Red said it's 162. I got this link from Insider Gaming, so maybe they're off by a couple. That's not my research again, so point the finger at them. But they said all 121 countries that do not have PSN, and most of them are in Africa, and a good amount of them are in the continent of Europe. So yeah, and just a few in South America, not a lot. Actually, I should go get that picture. Maybe it'll point some stuff out. Well, no more. Oh, I can get it. Let me go get it real quick. Might it's a lot of fucking countries. Yeah, just go get it. Let me know what your point is, because I don't know what your point is, but let me know what your point is. Arthur, you say we don't have PSN here in Iraq, nor in official retailers for PS5, but we have plenty of PS5s, and most of us make a US account, and it's all good. Yeah. But they're, when they're talking about PSN, they're talking about the connectivity of PSN through PC, which is more difficult because it's not a real thing. It's just something they just started doing. Yeah. Yes, mass produced. It has been confirmed that there is a Beetlejuice sequel in the works. I think it's coming out this year. It's already been confirmed. They already have, I think they have 2. I'm not going to be watching it, though, by the way. Because it's probably copyright. But this is the trailer that was posted 1 month ago from Warner Brothers Pictures. It is official. It's real. There is a Beetlejuice movie called Part 2 movie called Beetlejuice. It's not called Beetlejuice 2. It's just called Beetlejuice. So it's real. Okay, let's get off the movie stuff, and we're gonna go back to the gaming stuff. No. I didn't even know they were doing a crossover event. That kind of makes sense, though. Destiny 2 expansion, open access, PS5, PS4, and PC games. I'll check it out. I was talking to True Woody not too long ago about Destiny 2, and sometimes it just feels like that game doesn't even exist anymore. It doesn't feel like a lot of people talk about it at all. I don't get that. Let me watch that trailer again. They say it's something about available to all players. Yeah, but it's only available to all players between like a certain time period. It's not like, oh, it's free to play for everybody. It looks like they're trying to get a lot of people back on for the new DLC. If I'm being honest, there's a lot of catching up to do on Destiny, and I just don't got time for it. We got a super chat by Lorenzo Carlson. A $2 super chat by Lorenzo Carlson. You said, how long before more layoffs from Activision Blizzard Teal? I don't know. I'm not a psychic. What I can tell you, it's going to happen. And I would assume that it happens this year. Starfield did not do good either. So I want everybody to understand Starfield is definitely coming to PlayStation. Because it did not sell good on Xbox and it didn't sell good on PC. They can't keep that game exclusive because it will be no point. It's not making any money. It's making absolutely no money, bro. If we're just gonna be going back into our major discussion for the Red Alert. When you put a game on Game Pass, it doesn't make money. You know? Let me put it this way. Ask yourself this. Game Pass works this way. You get the developer that makes the game. You make a contract with them. You pay them a certain amount of money to put the game into Game Pass. All the other money that comes from Game Pass goes back to Microsoft. It doesn't go to the developer. Why? Because they already paid the developer to put the game in Game Pass. That means everybody that plays the game through Game Pass, none of that money goes into the developer's pocket. That money goes back into Microsoft's pocket. So the developer isn't making a shitload of money off of the game being on Game Pass and continuously being played, beaten, clicked on, whatever you want to do. They're not making money. Now, what happens if Microsoft owns the developer? Like Bethesda. Well, they don't have to pay Bethesda to put their own game in the service that they own because they already own that studio. They just eat the loss. So Starfield going to Game Pass day one and people playing Starfield through Game Pass, it doesn't make Microsoft money. They lose money. The whole idea is to get a gamer to buy a game. That's where the money is. Getting a gamer to play all their games through a subscription service that they barely pay for is not the best way to make money. So they lost a lot of money on most of the games that they kept releasing through Game Pass because gamers would rather test the game out through Game Pass than pay for the game. And that's why Redfall, obviously, and Hi-Fi Rush were financial flops. They came out, nobody brought the game outside of Game Pass. And I hate saying that because that's something that Xbox fans say. But let me rephrase that. No one paid for the game. They played it through Game Pass. The other way of saying it, nobody played the game outside of Game Pass would make you believe that because you play it through Game Pass, you're paying for the game, but in reality, you're not paying for the game. You're playing it through Game Pass so that you don't have to pay for the game. The developer, they're not making money off of that. If you're already an existing Game Pass subscriber, they're not making money off of you clicking and downloading a new game off of an existing subscription. If you're getting your subscriptions out of a Pop-Tart box, or let's say you got it, I don't know, like you do the little, what's that thing? Oh my goodness, let me show you guys. Because I think a lot of people don't understand how much money Microsoft loses on Game Pass. I think it's called Am I spelling that right? Is it loophole? Why did I spell it wrong the first time? I don't know. How to get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for free. So these people have made videos over multiple years on how to fuck over Xbox through Game Pass. Now, if you're smart enough and you look at the right one, you can actually get this. A lot of people do this, make these content, get Game Pass 100% for free, all this bullshit. If any of this stuff is real, let's just say one of these videos is actually real. Microsoft is losing tons of money every year because of these. It's kind of like Sony loses money because of piracy on PC. But Microsoft is losing money through this type of bullshit. So they're not making money through Game Pass. They're not making money from the consumer buying the game. They're not making money. If they don't make money, they can't stay afloat. If they can't stay afloat, they have to close down studios. If you close down studios, you have to fire people. You fire people, well, it fucks their money up personally. That person may not be able to support their family anymore. Then they may go homeless. They may depend on that money for health care. They may die. It's not a good day for Xbox. But what it is confirming to all of us is that Game Pass didn't save anything. And the PC community are also responsible because a lot of these games released day and date on PC and they didn't buy these games either. So all of these games flopping financially didn't put money into Microsoft's pocket to keep these studios up and running. Again, this is not going to be his first time we hear of Microsoft studios getting shut down. And not just at Bethesda. I would assume that some of the other dormant studios that Microsoft was picking up in the early days of this acquisition initiative are going to probably be shut down too. None of the games that are about to come out are going to make any type of money. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point. Again, when people like Aaron Greenberg get caught up saying this, and I quote from April 21st, 2023, Hi-Fi Rush was a breakout hit for us and our players in all key measurements and expectations. We couldn't be happier with the team. That is bullshit. It was not a breakout hit. If it was a breakout hit, you would not close the studio down a year later. You guys really got to look at the wording, bro. A breakout hit versus a financial success are two different things. I'm gonna get this screenshot, bro. I'm gonna get this screenshot and embarrass Aaron Greenberg. Because that dude is the biggest corporate console war person I've ever seen. And it's interesting to me because he lies so much, and there's a community of idiots that listen to his lies and believe what he says, and they're all taking L's today. Yep. We couldn't be more. We couldn't be happier with the team at Tango Gameworks delivering with this surprise release. Like, the wording of the whole thing doesn't sound good. Like, they're not saying that it's financially good. When they talk about hit, they're probably only talking about it having a high Metacritic score. But when it, from a money standpoint, it didn't make any money for them, and it definitely didn't make any money for Tango Gameworks. Then Ghostwire Tokyo coming out again, this time on Xbox after it was released on PlayStation, did not sell. So that didn't help put any money back into the studio. The studio's co-founder left. I mean, there's no real leadership over there. It's bro, this studio is gonna get shut down anyway. The Redfall studio, that was pretty obvious. Redfall was a bad game, and it should be shut down. Yeah, it made sense that shut down. Frostbite Slash with his first super chat with his new status of Gamer of the Year. Helldivers 2 community manager was fired. He was asking people to review bomb the game on Discord so Sony would reverse the PSN account linking. Yes! Yes! They got to get rid of all those PC Master Race fucking saboteurs that are sneaking inside of the PlayStation ecosystem. Get rid of all of them. Good shit. That's the best thing I heard all fucking day. That's the best thing I fucking heard all day. You tried to financially sabotage PlayStation with that bullshit. You deserve to lose your fucking job. Good shit. Thank you, Frostbite, with that amazing announcement. Thank you, bro. Oh, that put a smile on my fucking face. Oh, shit. Gotta love it. Up there colluding with the PC Master Race and end up losing your job. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's what you fucking deserve. That's what you fucking deserve, bro. Don't ever do that shit. You pick PC over PlayStation. It looked like PlayStation don't like the PC fans because he would have kept his job if so. I want to report real quick. This is coming from Gamer for Life on Twitter. He tagged me in this. He says Jeff Grubb Perfect Dart is in very bad condition. Another disaster similar to Redfall is on the way. What? Let me read that again. Okay, Jeff Grubb, Perfect Dart is in very bad condition. Another disaster similar to Redfall is on the way. I don't know if anything could be as bad as Redfall, but we'll see. I think that's funny. I think it's hilarious that Jeff Grubb is a born again clout chaser. Is from what I understand, he was an Xbox fan, big one back in the day. So I don't trust shit he says. But to clout chase on the already bad news today, he makes a rumor like this. I'll take it with a grain of salt. I know that a handful of the Xbox games that are about to come out, they are going to be bad. They are not going to be good. However, I don't know if they're going to be as bad as Redfall. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be as bad as Redfall. Oh, that should be fun. TikTok has been confirmed just right now. TikTok filed a challenge against the United States ban. Oh, that's going to be good. Let's go to scroll down a little bit of news here on Twitter. In today's earning call, the EA CEO, Andrew Wilson, says he has been playing the next Battlefield game with the development team, and it will be a tremendous live service. Like, what does that mean? It will be a tremendous live service. Well, okay, we already know it's going to be a live service game, but why add tremendous? No, bro. Say this game is fucking fire. Look, man. You have to look at the words of these companies, of these presidents, CEOs, these suits. Like, look at their wording, and it lets you know if you should be worried. I'm worried about the new Battlefield. You said it's going to be a tremendous live service game. Do they understand over at EA that we don't want a live service game? We want a good game. I don't want to hear shit about it being live service. I want to hear about it being good. S Silent. You said the Helldivers community manager wasn't fired. He said he was almost fired. And why was he almost fired? PSN still required to play Ghost of Tsushima online. I bet PlayStation enforce PSN going forward. They have to. They're going to lose a lot of money if they don't. And if they don't want to play the game, oh well. But you're gonna need a PSN account. Like, PlayStation cannot continue to crack under pressure. They're gonna look more of a bitch, and PC fans are gonna be able to just continuously steal their games. And PlayStation won't make any type of money. They'll just keep putting their games on PC to lose money. And PlayStation is not Microsoft. They cannot continue to lose money on the PC initiative, on the PC strategy. Okay, they have to start making a return on this investment. And as of right now, I believe, before Helldivers, I believe that the investment was, I don't believe they were making a return on their investment. And if Helldivers was not the success that it is right now, I think that the PC community probably would have been saying goodbye to a lot of ports from the future, you know. Sounds like it's free to play with microtransactions. Yeah, that's the new Battlefield, yeah. I hope it's a good Battlefield, though. I could care less about the games as a service aspect. I just want to know if it's a good game. I don't think they should do free to play, but that's up to them. Listen, if you do free to play and you have tryhards going in that game, they don't have to pay for the stuff because they already have skills to unlock stuff for free. They unlock stuff for free. They're not paying. They're playing for free, 100%. And then you don't make any money. And if people get bored enough, they leave and then they never pay money and then you lose money. Again, it's like a casino, in my personal opinion. And I've been to a casino recently, so I know. It's like nothing but slot machines. There was a couple crap tables, but most of them were slot machines because that's the best way to make the most money off of one person. Because they keep thinking they have a chance and they put a small amount of money in and then they put another small amount of money in. Microtransactions are the same thing. You put a little bit of money in to get this, you put a little bit of money, and you don't think you're spending a lot of money until you look at the total sum of money you spent on microtransactions for that specific game. Before the price increase on Fortnite, a character cost $20 on Fortnite. If you brought 3 characters, you spent $60 already. That's a lot of fucking money. Yeah, I wish they would just bring back a Bad Company game. Stop fucking around. Yeah, this generation in gaming and this generation and everything else is really, really bad. Really, really bad. Best believe going forward, PSN will be required for PC. This was all well calculated by Sony. Yeah, it was pretty obvious they were going to push back. But I don't think the PC community has. I don't think they have the. I don't think they're going to push back against every single game this way. Because they're not keeping that same energy about Ghost of Tsushima. Which lets you know that they're not even gonna buy that game. They don't care about that game. That game's gonna flop just like Horizon Forbidden West. And even though Ghost of Tsushima has a co-op mode, I do not think the PC fans are gonna gravitate towards that like they did with Helldivers. It's just something about Helldivers, bro. It's a really, really good mixture of just they did everything right with Helldivers to grab people, bro. That game is fire. No lie about it. Helldivers is something special. Yeah, but I believe even single players need to have PSN accounts on Xbox. I mean on PC. Because these dudes are definitely pirating games, and if you could stop them from pirating games, hey, that's some good shit right there, you know? I agree. I'm right there with you. Stop putting games on PC. You wouldn't have this fucking problem. Again, if we can segue back to our main topic, putting games on PC didn't save Xbox. It hurt Xbox. It killed Xbox. They have been putting games on PC day and date for like 7 years, right? So all of the games that Xbox puts on PC day and date, over all these years, it didn't save Xbox. It didn't make their situation better. They didn't make more money because their stuff was on PC day and date. The misconception that Sony can be successful where Xbox failed is fucking stupid. If Xbox failed by believing in PC, PlayStation will fail believing in PC. I have some high hopes for Concord. I definitely want to see some gameplay before I go too crazy with my hype, but I have some high hopes for that game. Let me give you guys a little bit of information that's very important to everybody here. I know we getting like financial information, studios getting closed down. We've definitely got a confirmation that the new Switch will be coming out next year. The successor to the Nintendo Switch will be coming out next year after March 31st, 2025. But what you guys do need to understand is that the Sony financials are up next. Now, we don't know if Sony's going to close down studios, if they're going to acquire studios. Hopefully, they do acquire studios. And I'm looking at Arrowhead. But the Sony financials are up next. Coming from Colin Moriarty himself, he said that the financials will be in the middle of this month. I think we're looking at next week for the middle of the month. But just hold on. So we go all the way to the 31st. And half of 30 is 15. So we're going to be looking at next week. Wait, what happened today? Partnership intro meeting. No, partnership intro meeting. Okay. All right, that's Thursday. I got a meeting partnership from this company. Okay. I might do some I might be doing some advertisements on this channel. We'll see. See how the meeting goes. So the middle of the month would be next week. And that would be 15th and the 16th, which will be Wednesday and Thursday. Financials may come out on Tuesday. Looking at what happened today with a lot of financial information, including these closures of these studios. So what you guys need to look at is that next week will be the week that you want to look at the PlayStation Legion, this channel. Keep it locked. Subscribe. Hit the bell button. We're going to be talking about the financials. Hopefully we get a good look at what's going on with PC. But I think, like I said before, they covered 3 games the first time they talked about PC. Then they talked about 2 games last time they talked about PC. And I would assume, I'm just taking a wild ass guess here, that the next time they talk about PC, they would be showing 1 game. And that 1 game is definitely going to be Helldivers. Now, if they only talk about 1 game for the PC financials, and it's only Helldivers, and they don't talk about Concord and what they expect to do with that, or talk about the sales of what happened this year, like Horizon Forbidden West, and I don't think they can talk about Ghost. Ghost doesn't come out until the 16th. So if they're doing the financials between the 14th, 15th, and 16th of next week, there's no way to get a number for Ghost of Tsushima. But what they will do, they'll have a number for Helldivers, and they will have a number for Horizon Forbidden West. So let's just go take a look at that financial for PC the last 2 years for 2022 and 2023. So this is in 2022. They had covered the previous 2 years of 2021 and 2020 and 2021. 1 second, let me close my window. Okay, I'm back. Somebody wanted to mow the lawn at 7 o'clock at fucking night. I don't understand it. Yes, I know the sun is still up, but stupid. Long story short. The first time they covered the PC financials, they covered 3 games. The last time they covered PC financials just last year, they only covered 2 games. I'm only assuming, because I have a good feeling about this, that they're probably going to cover 1 game, and that'll be Helldiver. Because if they cover Horizon, they would be confirming that PC gamers don't buy single player games, and that would be a document that we would have. Like, we would have all these single player games, and we would see that they sell like dog shit compared to 1 game, which is Helldivers, which is a multiplayer game. Which should point to... Oh, yeah, they're right in... Okay. It should point to... Xbox... Sorry. It should point to... I'm getting distracted. It should point to the fact that they should not release single-player games anymore. Because if all of these single-player games combined over the last 4 years pale in comparison to what they're making on PC from Helldivers alone, then what was the whole point of them releasing these blockbuster games? It would show that the PC communities are, first of all, not grateful, and second of all, don't give 2 fucks about these games. I think I'm going to be right about this. I think that once we look at the revenue here, and we look at the revenue from this year, from last year, and then we have the new sales data from this year, we'll be able to show that the PC fans were not grateful and did not like any of the single player blockbusters that PlayStation continuously put on that platform. I can't wait for next week. That's what we're waiting for, more data. And once we get that third piece of this paper, oh my God, that's just going to be fucking damning. Yes, I understand Helldivers is probably going to make the PC sector jump. But if they're only going to focus on Helldivers, because if they cover Horizon Forbidden West sales on PC, it's going to look really bad in comparison to Helldivers. I would expect this key new PC releases to be only Helldivers for this year. And then, you know, like you saw how this section looked. They covered 3 games right here. It'll be one game. If they say Horizon and they say Helldivers, bro, that's a bloodbath, bro. I don't think they're that dumb. Just cover Helldivers and keep it a buck, bro. Keep it a buck. Also next week, you know, I would love an acquisition announcement. I would love the Sony acquires Arrowhead. I would also love to have a fucking number of like how many copies were sold for Helldivers. You know, I don't believe they can get an accurate number because of how Steam is with the sales. And I just don't think, I think PlayStation has the number, but I don't think they want to give the number because it keeps selling high at a fast rate. Last time I heard any number, it was a rumor, by the way, and that was 15 million copies. Again, that was a rumor. If Helldivers hit 15 million copies in just this first half of the year alone, that's very impressive. So again, we should get the Helldivers sales numbers next week. Maybe acquisition. Maybe it doesn't happen, but I hope it does for Arrowhead Studios next week, and then some more financials. Not only the PC, but we'll figure out what else they're planning on doing with the PlayStation sector. It should be fun. It should be fun. It should be real fun. Hiroki has stated they're going after he stated that they're going after inorganic acquisition. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, thank you guys. Moving up the chat. I can't fucking read that shit. Okay. Did you spell that right? Or am I not reading that right? Inorganic? Oh, okay. There it is. Inorganic. Well, they should definitely get Arrowhead Studios. I don't see a reason why not. Pick them up. They should definitely pick them up. They already own Helldivers. Why not? In all honesty, Sony is better off putting these games on Game Pass than the PC. At least Microsoft cutting $500 million checks. That doesn't happen anymore. And I really want you guys to understand that the Game Pass machine has died. We actually covered this. I think it was during a Sunday show, and we showed that there was a game that we know was going to go to Game Pass, but did not go to Game Pass, and it was a little confusing as to why it didn't go to Game Pass. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to get one of those. I already know. I got some new dumbbells, adjustable weight dumbbells on my Amazon cart. But what I want to get is some a weighted vest. I'm trying to pause. You know what? Where's the let me go to, because IGN's so thirsty to watch. They want me to watch their fucking last video so bad. They're so thirsty for fucking ad revenue. Get the fuck out of my face, IGN. Okay, so here it is. So somebody in the chat was like, yeah, if you put it on Game Pass, at least Microsoft will cut you a $500 million check. They're not doing that anymore. That's the whole reason why they keep closing down these studios and performing layoffs. They're not making money off of the Xbox ecosystem. You guys need to really understand that. I know you're PlayStation fans, you're trolling. I know that's just what we do, right? But let's have a little class on this channel. Realistically, a game like this is supposed to go straight to Game Pass. The fact that they're asking you to pre-order the game and it has no Game Pass logo means it's not going to Game Pass. Now, if they don't have enough money for a game like this to go into Game Pass, there's no way they would pay for any other game. That's one of the reasons why Xbox looks so fucking dead this year. They're not spending any massive amounts of money securing any type of reputable or likable content for Game Pass. Why? Because a lot of their first party titles are going to eat up that cost anyway. So they can't afford to buy anybody else's game and put it in the Game Pass. Helldivers 2 is $40. Yes, it is. I guess you were replying to somebody else. Hypercharge will be what up? Hypercharge will be seed on arrival. We already have Fortnite. This is not a Fortnite game. It looks like it, but it's not. It's using Unreal Engine, but it's not like Fortnite. Think of it like Army Men. Let me show you. It's one of my favorite games as a child. It really was my favorite game as a child, bro. Oh my god, that was my favorite game. Y'all got no idea. I recently got another Army Man game like this. So, Army Man Sergeant's Heroes was like, you playing as a Army Man and you're in like a big open world of the real world, but you're a toy. And you're going up like you're green Army Man and you're going up against the tan Army Man. It was pretty dope, bro. I like games like this because I grew up with games like this. So as far as Hypercharge Unbox, I already paid for the game on PC. You know, it was like $20 or something like that. It's not a bad game. It's just the developer is hell-bent on putting the game on Xbox. And I know why now, because the game, like, it's a PC type of game. I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to think about this one game. Wrestling Code. What other games did the developer of the Wrestling Code make? Because I'm trying to think. I think I can get you the name of the dev. No, that's not it. Virtual Basement. That's what it is. There we go. I know I had that game. I just didn't know what the name of it was. Now, I know that the game that I'm about to show off is dead, but I don't know how dead it is. The game was, at the time, if I'm not mistaken, it was on PC for at least 7 years at the time. Then the developer had enough money to bring it to the PlayStation, and I immediately picked it up, even though I already knew it was dead on arrival. Not a lot of other people knew about this game, and I think it was dead on the second day. Like, I got on there the second day, and like the people that was on there the first day weren't even on there anymore. And then I stopped trying to connect online because I just was never getting anybody. But the Mean Greens is basically a spiritual successor to the Army Man game that I just showed you from the N64 and the PlayStation 1. The best way to do this, let me go see if I can go to the kitchen. There you go, the kitchen run. The best way to do this is to do like a private match and just, you know, just play the damn game. And do a forced start. Yep. I think this game was, this game also was using the Unreal Engine. These types of games are really good when they're using the Unreal Engine. I'm a big detail freak, so you already know, like, I like games like this. So, yeah, it's as you can see, it's very, very similar to Sergeant's Heroes from the PlayStation 1 and the N64. You know, they even have the kitchen map. Now, this time on the kitchen map, it looks way better, obviously. The kitchen is very realistic as fuck. You can see where the living room is. You can see this door leading to the kitchen and this door. You see the refrigerator and the vase and everything in between. It looks really, really nice. Now, what was this game called? Hypercharge Unbox. Same thing. Hypercharge Unbox has a kitchen mode, but you can actually go to the floor without dying. And then you have some jump pads that'll bring you up to the counter and stuff. It seems a little smaller, but still a good, pretty good size. I think, what am I, in the sink right now with all the dirty dishes? Then you see you see all of the good shit, man. And you see all these fucking donuts in a tray. I like this type of detail. It kind of always sucks when you see a good, fun game like this that just dead on arrival. But the game was on PC for many, many years. Then the developer brought it over here with absolutely no marketing campaign. And it kind of makes sense why it would die. Also, well, it was the responsibility of the PC fans for 7 years to make sure the game actually didn't die. I think it died in less than a year on PC. And then the developers just, I guess they didn't have any money to bring it over. They found some money and then that's it. I don't know how much money they made off of this game. They're now making a wrestling game, which seems to be on a level of a AAA. They're signing a lot of contract wrestlers. Even people like Kurt Angle is going to be in the next wrestling game. But yeah, I like games like this, so that's kind of why I like Hypercharge Unbox. So I'll show you the similarities so you understand. But yeah, those type of games are fucking dope back in the like 90s and early 2000s, man. I love those games. Ever play Gotcha Force on the GameCube, JayTech? I can't say that I have. I don't think I ever heard of that. Let me go see real quick. Let me see. Gotcha Force. What's Gotcha Force? Looks pretty fucking cool. Cult classic. Nah, I never saw this shit. It looked like it had it had an anime opening. Oh, this shit look fun. Automatically, this shit look like it was fun. Oh, this shit look dope.
Genuinely underappreciated hidden gems. We think it's about time they get the spotlight they deserve. Based on aggregate review scores.
Huh. Interesting. I have to look at that in a little bit. Hypercharge unbox. I'll go and do the kitchen. Okay, did I know about the kitchen map? There we go. Invading Mob's kitchen. No, I don't want to care about that. So, again, they're doing, as you can see, this is a kitchen map on Hypercharge. Similar to the one for Mean Greens. Again, a lot of these assets are being reused, but not accurately. I think that they did a much better job on this game. The Unreal Engine that they were using was a much more up-to-date Unreal Engine. It was pretty damn good with the lighting and photorealism. It was really, really good. Like, it was really good. So I one thing I'll say about Hi-Fi Rush, sorry, not Hi-Fi Rush, Hypercharge Unboxed, is that it's a really good looking game, right? It's very good looking. The frame rates, even on my laptop, were high, anywhere between 70 and 80 frames per second. Again, on my shitty ass laptop. So I know that it'll be a locked 60 frames if it ever came to PlayStation. It's not always an online game, but you know, you obviously can play it online. As you can see, you see that the kitchen, it's big because you're a toy, but it seems a little smaller. But there's a lot more. Like, there's like, you can go high and low. You can go all the way to the ground. As long as you don't suffer any fall damage, you can go from up in the rafters to down below. So it's dope. It's a good game. It's just old. It's like, it's really fucking old. Like, look at this. Like, it has split screen, but it's so old. Like, this is 3 years ago. I'm trying to find some old ass footage from Hypercharge Unboxed. Like, a lot of this shit's 8 months, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. Like, this game's old as shit, bro. This game is old. Here's another one from 6 years ago. Yep, Hypercharge Unboxed 6 years ago. Xbox is just now getting this game. And that's the same situation that happened with this game right here, Mean Greens. I feel like these games are so niche that they don't make any type of money. And by the time they do, it's like they have enough and they say, why not? Let's bring it to consoles. But then I feel like it's a stupid idea because you're not going to make any money off of reselling a super old game unless you're a big fan of those type of games like myself. But do I believe that Xbox fans are going to buy this game? Fuck no. They are not going to buy this game. Yeah, they're not going to buy this game. This game is like 6 years old. They're not going to buy it. I've already heard Xbox fans on Twitter begging the developer to see if it was going to go to Game Pass. They do not want to buy this game. Now, I don't know what the price is for this game, but I'm going to go check it out real quick. I would assume that it's $20 on Xbox, but I'm not sure 100%. It was $20 on PC when I picked it up. Hypercharge Unbox Xbox. Yep, that shit's been released on PC, Nintendo Switch. It's been on every platform but Xbox and PlayStation at this point. Xbox is now joining it. Oh wow, it's higher. Oh wow, they want $30 for that. They want $30. Wow. That's crazy. Let me make sure that I take a screenshot of this. I thought they were only going to try to get $20 out of them. They are not getting $30 for a 6-year-old game. That is not happening, bro. They are not going to be able to get $30 for a 6-year-old game, bro. Helldivers came out day one at $40. You know, that's a special thing. Looking as good as it looked, but this game right here being 6 years old and it just now coming to Xbox at $30. No, that's not good. No, that's not good. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna pay. They're not gonna pay for that. Talk about 6 years where us Alfred. What? I don't know what word you're using, bro. Does he game still? I don't know. They forgot to bring the price down. Laugh all out. I guess so. Like I said, when I got it, it was like 19 something dollars on PC, and that's why I picked it up. But I do think the original price was $30. I didn't pay that though. Let me go and get that screenshot up for you guys so you can see, because that's wild. Now they say they got like some yellow on there where it's like discounted, but so I think you get a discount until I think you get a discount before the game comes out, so it's $26.99 plus tax. But if you get the game before the game comes out, then it's gonna be $30. Now, the weirdest thing is they kept teasing May 1st as far as like when it was gonna release. And from what we now know, the game doesn't release until the very last day of this month. Like they definitely made these guys wait forever to get this game. I hope Xbox fans keep that same energy and on their own can make this game pop and come back to life like a Helldivers, but I highly doubt it. Again, it's been out on Nintendo Switch and PC for the last 6+ years, and I just don't think they care about it. I would love a game like this. If this ever comes to PlayStation, even if it's dead, I'm gonna pick it up because that's just what I do. But I don't think Xbox fans are gonna buy this game. They're waiting for a Game Pass handout. And the really cool thing about this is when I went to the store page for this game, you could tell that it doesn't have any Game Pass marketing because it's not going to Game Pass. So I really do love the fact that this proves that even a 6-year-old game can't get a Game Pass contract. I do believe money has dried up at the Xbox division. This is not saying that Microsoft is broke. This is saying Xbox is broke. There's a big difference. Microsoft has all the money, but they're not going to be spending that crazy amount of money to do stupid things anymore. That also means they have to watch how they spend their money in a single year when it comes to putting games on Game Pass. Also, why would you put games on Game Pass anymore when you are going third party? Why would you spend the extra money to put a future third party game into Game Pass when it's going to be on another platform anyway? Oh no, definitely. Yeah, Game Pass is not making a lot of money anymore. If you can't afford a 6-year-old game, if you can't afford to put a 6-year-old game in the Game Pass, that proves the Game Pass is fucking dead. They cannot afford this. My goodness. Xbox players want Helldivers 2 right now. That's it. Hell, Hell has been dead for almost 7 years now. Yeah. Again, I don't get it. I don't get it. The developer was very adamant about putting this on Game Pass before putting it on Xbox and Game Pass before putting it on PlayStation. It doesn't look like he was able to get that Game Pass contract. He will end up crying again for a different reason when the game financially flops on Xbox. And I'm not sure if he'll be able to get it on PlayStation. But I do not believe this game is going to sell good on Xbox. He has been doing a lot of marketing himself as a Xbox fan, claiming that he loves Xbox and he loves the fan base. And he's hoping that buttering these guys up will get these guys to buy a game. But he doesn't know these guys. They do not like buying games. So good luck, buddy. Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. Yeah, I highly doubt you're going to be able to change these guys' mind and get them to buy games again. Can't see that. What's his name? Indie Roids. You said Xbox X. Larian to put Baldur's Gate 3 on Game Pass. They refuse. Game Pass is for dead games. Exactly. This is a dead game. That's why it's so confusing why they weren't able to get a Game Pass contract. Yes, it's almost 7 years old. And yes, it was on Nintendo Switch and PC years before it even got the Xbox. But still, you know, it does show that they have no more money when it comes to the Game Pass budget for those contracts. I think that, again, the studios they own and the games that are coming out from those studios, they're going to eat the cost by putting them in a Game Pass. But that does also mean that they're not going to be able to spend crazy amounts of money to secure other games for the service or other good games for the service. Game Pass was never going to work for Xbox. The results have proven that they have been have proven that they, with them losing money and closing down the studios, and bots have the nerve to trash PlayStation over studios. Yeah, true, 100%. 100%. I don't know, man. Look, I want y'all to take a look at this. Man Rich the Swag Lord became a member. Man Rich the Swag Lord just became a member. Congratulations, Man. I want y'all to take a look at this, right? 4 years ago, the game released on Nintendo Switch. This game is dirt old, bro. This generation is 4 years old. About 4 or 5 years old, give or take. This game was on Nintendo Switch over 4 years ago, and I bet none of y'all knew. Both of the videos related to this game got less than 400 views. That lets you know that no one on Nintendo cared about this game. I don't think it's a bad game. I just think that they had absolutely no marketing budget for this game. All of the money went into the game itself, which is a beautiful looking game. Big shout out to Unreal Engine. But, bro, you gotta have a marketing budget. You can't just run around and claim that you like people and then they buy your game. Then you turn around 2 years later and say, oh, we're Xbox fans. We love Xbox. Xbox, we love you. We love Game Pass. We love you, Xbox. And then expect the Xbox community to love you and buy your game. And then you're going to turn around and do that same trick to the PlayStation community. Bro, that shit doesn't work all the time. It's probably one of the worst marketing strategies I've ever fucking saw in real time, where a game developer pretends to like a certain consumer base in order to get that consumer base to buy the game, even though the game, as far as the roadmap that they've told gamers, was going to go to all platforms anyway, as long as they get the funding. But this is the marketing behind them trying to get the funding by tricking gamers into believing that you're the one and only, when in reality, this game is going to all platforms if they get the funding to do so. PC fans, smart. They didn't fall for the marketing. Nintendo fans, smart. They didn't fall for the marketing. I think the Xbox fans have fell for the marketing, but I don't think they're going to buy the game. Yeah, they definitely are trying to brag about this in some capacity, but I don't think they're going to buy it. They know the game is beyond dead. There is no money to make with this Hypercharge game. They don't want to spend a dime on it. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Now, is there a way for this game to be revived? I don't know. Like, if we're being 100% honest, I highly doubt there's any way for this game to be revived. You know, I don't know. The reason why is because it's so old, and even the PC community didn't seem to give two fucks about the game. Now again, we keep finding these videos, the longer we scroll, and they say 6 years. So we carbon date the game to be on the market for 6 years before going to Xbox. If I was the Xbox community, I wouldn't buy this game because you basically got lied to. This game has existed for a very, very long time. And they're trying to trick you into believing you're the only one. You are not the only one. This game was released 4 years ago on Nintendo Switch and over 6 years ago on PC. You're not the only one. This is not an exclusive. This game is far from a fucking exclusive. And the fact that you had to wait 4 fucking years to get this game from the Nintendo Switch version sucks. It really fucking sucks. They put this shit on Nintendo Switch before they put it on Xbox. That lets you know something. Now again, like I said, I'm still gonna rebuy the game because I like these types of games. However, I completely disagree with the strategy by the developer to pretend to be a fanboy of the Xbox community in order to get Xbox fans to buy your game. I think it's a disgusting tactic, and it should never be used by any developer if it's not genuine. It could really fuck up your money once you have to put it on another platform. Yeah, like the farther I scroll, the more I start to see other people's videos come up that are 6 years ago. And again, I would say it could be a little similar to Helldivers, where when it came out, or at least the week it came out, or the 2 weeks that it was out, it had a lot of hype and a lot of people were playing it. But we don't know what a lot of people actually look like, because this game died very early and the player count for it was never as high as Helldivers was, even at launch. So I don't know what to make of it. I just know that PC fans were playing it years ago. And it's been like in a, what is it? It's not an open beta state, but it's been, do I say work in progress? Early access. There you go. It's been in an early access kind of state where they just added some new major features and story, like a cutscene or whatever, that they didn't even have the last couple years. They just finally made enough money. Like, and this is why I say, like, when you put your game on PC, you make money at a much slower rate than most people think, unless your game is just automatically hot fire. Like a game like this, they've been making money at a very slow rate, and they're adding content at a slow rate because they're getting money at a slow rate. Sony doesn't need to be forced to put their games on PC. They want that extra money, dude. But what extra money are you talking about? It's been 5 years. You should be able to give me some numbers. I have numbers. I could put the numbers up right now. But if you should have numbers, everybody that tells me whether I know you or not, if you're so adamant about PlayStation putting games on PC, you should have some positive numbers that they've made from the PC in the last 4 years. And don't add the Bungie numbers, because this screenshot, the bottom screenshot, and the fine print all the way at the bottom, Sony admits that they use Bungie's PC revenue to inflate the sales for fiscal year 2022. So if they didn't use the Bungie PC revenue, it would have been much lower. Their estimate for that year was 300 million. They ended up doing 250 million with the Bungie PC revenue. So when people keep telling me, yeah, they're making a lot of money on PC, they're really not. And they're making it at a very slow rate. No one game is the same, and most of the games take forever to make millions of multi-millions of dollars. And that is not good logic, bro. You guys have been using that logic for years. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. So don't pretend that you're the first person that's going to use the talking points you're using. That is a lie. And I've been around long enough and I've heard it from enough PC people to know that that's bullshit. Extra money is not a lot of money for them, bro. They need enough money to make a new game. The logic that you guys use and PlayStation fans also used to tell me is that they're making enough money to give us new games. But all Sony has been doing has been canceling multiplayer games that were going to be launching day and date on PC. So the benefit is that even though they have their games on PC, they're canceling games that will be on PlayStation and PC day and date. Doesn't that mean they're not doing good on PC? Why would they be canceling day and date games as a service games that will release on PC and PlayStation if they were doing so good on PC? Helldivers is the only good example. Out of 14 to 15 games, Helldivers. Testing. Okay. Yeah. Out of all the 14, 15 games they released on PC, Helldivers is like the only one game that did good. And it took 4 years to do that. It took 4 years for a Helldivers type of game to exist. And out of 4 years of them putting games on PC, you had to wait 4 years to say, hey, it worked. See, I told you it was going to work. You had to wait 4 years to say that. Next week, we'll have the financials from the recent fiscal year for PlayStation. And it definitely Helldivers, I would assume, boosted a lot. However, we have to acknowledge that they made an estimate of 300 million from PC, and they only got 250 million after they added the Bungie PC revenue, which again is in the fine print underneath the box on the left. So if they didn't add the Bungie PC revenue, their forecast would have been really, really bad. Because again, they already missed their estimate by 50 million. And they had to use Bungie's numbers to inflate those sales. To inflate that revenue, which is not good. You should do good by PC ports alone. Right? That was the whole, what you guys have been saying. They're not delaying shit, bro. They canceled 4 games. All 4 of the games were going to be PlayStation and PC day and dates. They canceled them. One thing I can tell you is that they know they're not going to make the money from the PC community on every game, whether single player or multiplayer. You guys are very picky. Some companies can't survive on trickles of little bits of money here and there. So when you guys say this logic, well, it's extra money. Well, they're not looking for extra money. They're looking for a steady secondary source of income from a different gaming platform. And it is very unpredictable over there. So just being 100% honest with you, bro. Again, your talking points, they're old. I've heard them from multiple PC fans. Literally, I hope all of you guys don't have the same fucking book, because you're starting to sound the same. Well, you've been starting to sound the same for many years, my personal opinion. The Noised, the dude with the profile picture of a question mark instead of your real face. Now, you said the reason why all their other games flopped on PC is because Helldivers 2 is the only good new game Sony released on PC. Well, that's the thing. You guys kept port begging for every game that you see in this picture and more that weren't in this picture because they flopped really, really bad financially on PC, like Returnal and Ratchet and Clank. Those games are not in these pictures because they really sold like dog shit on PC, right? You guys are very picky. Now, my question here is, you're saying that these games are bad, but the entire PC community continued to port beg for these types of games, and Sony put these games on there. So, are you guys trolling Sony? Are you asking them to put games on your platform that you don't really care about? Because that's what it seems like. You admitted that the PC community are a bunch of trolls. You calling these games are bad. You're saying that these games are bad, but you guys ordered these games. Every time one of these games were announced at E3, PlayStation Showcase, PlayStation Experience, there was a group of PC fanboys that would port beg for these games, make change.org petitions, and eventually Sony put these games that you guys kept begging for on your platform. So you're telling me after all these years, you guys were trolling Sony to beg for games that you didn't really want, that you believe are bad? You guys thought these games were great. When they were on PlayStation, you were crying for them. So now you're going to tell me that they weren't good? You just wanted them for the sake of having them? Don't waste my time. Answer the question or you will get blocked. And if you make another account, it will get blocked. Do not waste my time. You're getting blocked. You just literally told me everything I knew fucking 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I called the PC community port begging trolls for this fucking exact moment. This moment, 7 years later, I knew this shit was going to fucking happen. 7 fucking years later. You admit on behalf of all PC fans that you guys didn't actually want the games. You just didn't want them to only be on PlayStation. Thank you. You can go now. And I've checked your profile. You have absolutely no content on your channel. And you made your YouTube channel July 4th, 2021. No YouTube videos. No playlists. You don't even have any information in your About Me section. Look, man. We're a group of PlayStation gamers that actually play games and have proof that we play games and like games, right? We're not talking to faceless trolls. But thank you for telling me what I already knew 7 years ago. If you make another account and show up, trust me and the mods will be there, and we will repeatedly block all your new accounts. Thank you for wasting all of our time. If only Sony would have some sort of console war consultant that would tell them what the fuck is really going on. maybe they wouldn't have wasted the last 4 to 5 years putting games on a platform that is ungrateful. He just told us that the PC fans don't really care that much about these games. But they kept begging for them. So if you didn't want them, why were you begging for them? Makes absolutely no fucking sense. Krieger's Beast, you said if PC gamers were begging for these games would have sold a lot more. That proves that the PC begging narrative is nonsense. A petition with 50 signatures doesn't prove anything. Those petitions did not have 50 signatures. Those petitions had thousands of signatures. There's a reason why this fucking happened. People wanted these games. Not us. We don't want these games to go to PC. Like, where do you think Sony got the bright idea? Do you think they got it from the PC community, or you think they got it from the PlayStation community? Oh, definitely. There's a lot of reasons to stop putting games on PC. The financials that you're looking at right here is one of the reasons. Again, remember, in 2022, they had an estimate that they were going to make $300 million in the physical year of 2022. In physical year of 2022, they ended up making 250 instead of 300. That means they did not hit their goal. They missed their goal by $50 million, and they inflated the revenue for the overall PC sector with Bungie PC revenue. So we never really know how much money they lost on just putting PC ports on PlayStation ports on PC. But I would assume a lot. Yeah, I think Bloodborne, if I'm not mistaken, Bloodborne, the PC petition had like 50,000 or more. I'm not sure if that was the one that had 50,000 or it was 700,000. I don't know, but it had a shitload of what's the names. Yeah, I guess so. But again, I am just a gamer, right? These people run huge multi-billion-dollar companies. They should be smart enough to know where their money is really going to come from. And after 5 years of not getting more money on PC versus the PlayStation Store alone, I mean, you can kind of come to a good conclusion that you made a wrong decision. Instead of continuously doubling down and not making more money. Now, again, I do expect Helldivers to make a lot of money on its own, but I also expect that Horizon Forbidden West flopped financially on PC because no one cared about it. My question here is stop begging for these games if you're not going to buy them. Eventually, you not buying these games will hurt you later on. And it might hurt us too, because the studios might get closed down. And if the PC community wants the end of Sony to happen, it will make you guys some of the biggest trolls in the gaming industry. You know exactly what you're doing. You're purposely hurting this company by pirating their games, tricking them into believing that you want their games to waste money and resources. To fuck with the console gamers that you're jealous of. I can only assume that is not true, although I do believe deep down in my heart that it is true for a good amount of you guys, and that you will be responsible for killing gaming as a whole. There's not a lot of good actors in the gaming race right now that's creating blockbuster, memorable, and talked about games such as Helldivers 2 or Stellar Blade. You haven't got shit from Xbox all fucking year in terms of first party. You got some Mario type games from Nintendo like Princess Peach Adventures and shit like that, but you're not really talking about that stuff, are you? Again, man, like, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. We have the numbers. We see that they didn't do good. We see that they tried to boost those numbers with Bungie PC revenue. Come on, man. Ghost of Woods, you got blocked. You said you're just mad because you brought a useless plastic box. My plastic box was never useless. I was playing the games that you guys were crying about. If anything, you guys are the second class citizens. Bro, selling and again, selling enough to make a profit is false because they're not confirming that they're making a profit. They're just giving you a number. They're not confirming that that's profit. They're just giving you a fucking number. And if they have to inflate the numbers for a physical year that they claim was going to be higher but ends up being lower after inflating that sector with another game's revenue, that looks really fucking bad. I don't think a lot of people understand that when you put these two pictures together, you understand that they lost money on PC. They expected to make 300 million. They only made 250 million with the Bungie revenue included. Without it, it would have been less, much less. So they're not making the money that you guys keep claiming they're making. How are you going to say that these games are flopping and then also in the same breath say, oh, they're making a lot of money on PC? It doesn't make sense, bro. Lorenzo, yeah, I've kept track of that. We have not covered it because I'm waiting for some more websites to be sued by Nintendo, but we've covered a couple of them. I know they were able to successfully sue one guy and get his website taken down and stuff like that. But Nintendo doesn't play with the PC community. They do not have tolerance for the PC community at all. PlayStation and Xbox are the only one that tolerates the bullshit. And that's one of the reasons why I respect Nintendo. If they create a big boy console next time, you'll probably see me buy it. Day one. You know, I'm dead ass serious. Because I know one thing, they are not putting their shit on PC. That would be the end of Nintendo, and they know it. It was an emulation. Emulation company, bro. I don't think it was last month. I think it could have been April. It might have been March. But yeah, it was a pretty big deal. Yeah, bro, I just went to your channel. You seem to like to troll a lot. You don't seem to take a lot of shit serious. I don't really have a lot of time left on this earth. you know, to waste my time talking to somebody like yourself. So you can politely exit forever. I'm sorry. Just exit, go. I'm not going to talk to somebody that's not serious. We're not doing that. Monte White, what's going on, bro? You said they should have kept just kept PlayStation Plus on PC and not sell the games on PC. Make them subscribe to PlayStation Plus if they want to play the old games. I think that would have been a good, that would have been a nice substitute. But they would have found a way to hack into the PlayStation Plus server and steal games. So that would have probably ended badly too. Because that's the whole thing we're really talking about. They're putting the games over there. They're not buying the games. They're pirating the games. And nobody makes money. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. You know? Like, it's not helping PlayStation. It's not helping the PlayStation console gamers. There's no money coming in from PC. That's so great that we can get new games. You know? Look. Xbox puts their games on PC day and date, and you see it. That shit ain't doing nothing, bro. Like, PC fans are too picky for any company to have a successfully steady source of revenue from the PC. That's always the same, and it's just not. It's very random what they like. Very, very random. By the way, I checked Android's YouTube channel. You had absolutely nothing related to PC gaming on your channel, so I would assume that you have a shitty ass PC and you're too embarrassed to try to run anything that you don't want it to blow up. So I did you a favor by blocking you. Again, waste of all of our times. I don't know. Like, I want to get a PlayStation 5 Pro if it exists, but I have no information on it. I don't know when it's going to be announced. I don't know what the price is going to be. I don't know if I'm saving up for one because I just don't know if it's real yet. So, ask me that same question once we find out it's officially real and it officially exists, and I'll give you a honest answer. But right now, I don't know. I cannot give you guys an answer on stuff I do not know. I'm not one of the type of YouTubers that believe in rumors, so I can easily turn back around and take a L on shit that was never confirmed. So I'm not going to set myself up for that. So I don't know. No one knows. When Sony announces the PS5 Pro, I can give you all the answers you want. But right now, we just don't know. Yeah, Sony does need to find a way to sue PC fans for pirating, and I think they're gonna be successful by the end of the year. Yeah, some tells me they're gonna be much more successful when it comes to piracy. Because if Nintendo can continue their fight against piracy, they can use Nintendo's playbook to get shit done. You know. Because there's no point in just putting your games over there to lose money. That's just pointless. Be more careful. I did read about that. I don't know what it's all 100% about because I don't pay attention to Activision like that. But yeah, Activision had to pay $23 million for a patent infringement. I don't know what patent they infringed on, but they did have to pay that money. I think if I go to game industry, they had the story, so maybe I can find out what they were doing. Oh wow, look at this. Lost in the sauce right here. They said Remedy cancels multiplayer project Kestrel. There was a multiplayer project by Remedy and they canceled it. It was called Kestrel. It's really interesting when you think about all of this stuff. And the reason why it's interesting is because PC fans keep thinking they're saving people and they're not. Developers are still, canceling games. Studios are still being shut down. There are still layoffs happening in the gaming industry. I don't think, like people keep saying you make so much money on PC, but like there's so much evidence that they're not making enough. Right? You guys are too fucking picky. They don't make enough money off of you guys for everybody to be successful and stay afloat. It's only the people you guys like. If you don't like them, they're not gonna stay afloat. Let me see. Activision to pay $23.4 million for patent infringement. Acceleration Bay's legal battle with Call of Duty maker ends after 8 years. God damn, after 8 years. Jury has ruled that Activision Blizzard will pay tech incubator Acceleration Bay $23.4 million for patent infringement. As reported by Law.com, the May 3 ruling comes after the incubator began its legal action back in 2015. The case filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Delaware claims that patents for networking and broadcasting were used in Activision's multiplayer title. The publisher owes Acceleration Bay $18 million in copyright infringement for World of Warcraft and $5.4 million for Call of Duty titles. Jurors were asked 2 questions to reach a verdict. Among them was, did Acceleration Bay prove by a predominant preponderance of the evidence that Activision's products as identified below infringe one or more claims of the following assertion patents. In response, the question the jurors was then asked after the verdict to responsibly compensate Acceleration Bay for Activision's infringement of the Acceleration Bay's am I saying this? Acceleration Bay's assertion patents. Okay, that's their name. I never heard of Acceleration Bay. While the case while the case against Activision Blizzard has been decided in favor of the tech incubator, it has also filed similar patent infringement suits against EA, Take-Two, and Amazon Web Services. In response to the ruling, Activision Blizzard said, while we are disappointed, we believe there was a strong basis for appeal. We have never used the patented technology at issue in our games. Yeah, whatever. You wouldn't have to pay that much money if you didn't use it. Gotta love it. I got a 360 and my daughter mostly uses it to play Genshin Impact, Fortnite, and Roblox. I don't even game on PC. I got Grand Theft Auto 5 and San Andreas on it. Yeah, I mean, to each their own, I still gotta get this. I was trying to hook up the PC this weekend because I was gonna actually hook it up and test everything out, but I am missing one piece. I'm missing a cord. I thought I had, but I don't have. I thought I had a cord from my what the fuck? My monitor. Sorry, brain fart. Been a long day. So I'm gonna order that cord off of Amazon for my LG wide ass monitor, and then I think I'll have everything I need. I do want to get a new mouse, a red and black mouse, and a red and black keypad, mouse pad, and I think I got the keypad already. Then that'll be it. I'm trying to get a wireless mouse, so I'll see how all that goes. I'm still gonna have to go buy a super expensive ass fucking webcam because I want when I get on camera, I want it to look good. This webcam that's built into the laptop is actually pretty damn good. So I want to get something of equal value, equal quality or better. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Might be later in the summer, might be earlier in the summer. But guys, it is 8:02. I want to thank everybody for being here. This is, again, from the PC to Xbox to all of this bullshit. It's not the best week in gaming. Whether Sony takes L's for completely giving the console gamers the middle finger by siding with PC fans, or, you know, Xbox takes a major L by closing down studios that they just acquired. The thing is, it's not a good week right now for PlayStation or Xbox. I feel like Xbox took more L's. Yeah, I think Xbox took more L's, but yeah. I'm just gonna check something out real quick. Y'all got this shit on your banner. This game fucking dog shit. I don't know a single person playing that damn game. Okay, Arno, go to sleep, man. We about to be up out of here too. Everybody, I hope you guys have a great night. We will be back on, what is today's Tuesday? We'll be back on Thursday. It should be a much earlier stream because I'm off that day, and I don't plan on going in even if they ask me. But I might, but I probably won't. So maybe I won't. But Dez, what's going on, bro? I hope you have a good night. I'll be talking to you guys across all my social medias. I'll be in the community section. I'm going to have a poll up between tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully I can remember. And then I'll be also talking to people on Twitter. So if you don't already follow me on Twitter, all my contact information is in the About Me section on my YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You know, let's keep all this stuff going strong. And I'll hit you guys up on Thursday.